Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is David Charles, international psychic medium from the UK, here in beautiful North Devon. And today I'm doing a reading for you for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Now, I do these normally a couple of 3 months apart, but I've been getting messages recently from my spirit guides that things are changing for them, and it doesn't look as positive from what I've been picking up. So I thought we'd take a look at some cards as well. And first of all, I want to thank you for all the nice messages I get and comments below. I love to read your comments below, so please keep putting them there. And I answer all of them if I get a chance. And thank you for the phone calls and emails I've been getting. And thank you for your kind wishes after I had the COVID illness. But I've got to say, it wasn't severe. A lot of people have it much worse than me, but that was the reason for my lack of uploading videos. But today, we're going to look at Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, because I think things are changing. And I will tell you, there's a major secret that's come through to me about the couple that no other psychic in the world has got. And I'm going to tell you that at the very end. So stick with me. It's a major secret, a big revelation at the very end, or near the end of the reading. Stay with me and you'll be the first to know, and we'll keep it between ourselves. Let me think. Let's try that one there, shall we? We'll take a look first at Harry, Prince Harry, and just see if I'm picking up the right stuff, see if the cards back it up. Then we'll look at Meghan Markle, and then we'll look at them both together. So let's just put this stuff over there. And these have been shuffled, they've all been shuffled, so don't want to make too much noise by the microphone. So let's have a look at Harry. Legal stuff comes up in most of their readings, and I think they do tend to deal a lot with solicitors and sort of think that kind of thing. And before I go any further, please subscribe to my channel if you can, and share me with your friends on social media. And if you click the bell icon, YouTube will notify you every time I upload a new video, which is usually once a week. But things have been a bit croaky lately with the old voice, with the mild COVID that I had, having been double vaccinated. Harry has got a few negatives. One is that he may seek out medical help. And I think he's looking depressed. And now I don't use that word lightly. Sometimes people can look a bit fed up. But I think he's depressed. I think his stress levels, which I pick up every time, have been getting to him now. And he's starting to feel different to what my other readings suggested. So things have changed as I thought they were. It looks to me as though Harry is beginning to feel a little bit trapped. He may not be trapped, but he's beginning to feel it. And I think, from what I've been picking up lately, without the cards, he's beginning to feel a little bit manipulated, as lots of you put in the comments, and I've always said no. But I think things are changing, and I think he's feeling a bit manipulated, not just by one person, but by people around him, people who run their management stuff and contracts and television and maybe companies, cinema companies. He feels a bit manipulated, and it's probably because he's being manipulated, and that all usually boils down to cash, money, and that sort of thing, dollars. But he may have to see a medical person, and I think it's a male, looks like a doctor. And I always pick this up with the King of Cups, but I've been picking it up before the card. So there's the King of Cups. Often means a medical or a caring person. Now, these are the negatives first. I do the negatives first, and it looks as though Harry has at least one, maybe more than one, nasty, spiteful women around him. I'm not saying who that is, but somebody around him is not very nice, and there could be some skullduggery going on and some naughtiness going on in the background that he's not necessarily aware of. And I picked that up with the Moon card from the Major Arcana. You can see that possibly there. But it's coming through in other ways, not just with tarot cards. He's still busy with his work and keeping himself busy, but I think he's being pushed around a bit and shoved around a bit into corners that he doesn't want to be in. But he may not be inclined to admit it, because some people will say, I told you so. He's got an imbalanced yin and yang. Yin and yang are the energies that supposedly flow through all of us. So they say there's positive and negative energies. often shown to be out of balance by the major arcana, Chariot card. The horses look as though they're pulling in, well, they're not horses, they're pharaohs on there, but they're horses on some packs, pulling in separate directions. He's being pulled all over the place. He's trying to be in 10 places at once and he can't do it. But there are legal stuff going on, there's negativity around him. These readings are totally changing now because they've been so good. And I've got to tell you what I'm picking up. He's got negative habits. It's possible that he's doing something negative. It's only possible. Doing something negative maybe that he did when he was a young lad. That can involve smoking and that kind of thing, or even naughtiness with other things. But he's doing negatives depicted by the ace, the ace of swords, and all aces mean new beginnings are needed or new beginnings are coming. So things are changing for Harry. His stress levels actually are going down, which is some positive, and he has, to me, well, I'll tell you the big secret at the end, but something big is happening to this couple, and you heard it here first. David Charles, psychic, UK's leading psychic and the most modest. So he's very busy with his work, lots of work coming in. He's got a lady admirer. I know he's got millions of them, but he's got an admirer close and she's coming soon. And somebody quite fancies him and he may be soon the victim of temptation. Doesn't mean that he'll fall for it, but things are changing and they're changing big. You may have guessed what the surprise is or the secret, but I'll tell you at the end, stick with me. He may have to sort out at least one, possibly two, maybe even more nasty people around him, and they're female. So I'll let you work out who you think that is. He has an admirer. He has somebody solid, reliable, a man who he confides in, who could be the answer to some of his problems, because things are changing for Harry, and it looks as though they've got to. And they've got to change pretty soon, because this is much more negative than the previous readings have been, which is really surprising and slightly concerning, really. But the biggest thing you may have noticed, if you know anything about tarot, although he's got an admirer, a secret admirer, this reading today doesn't have any cup cards apart from this one. And that's the secret admirer, Four of Cups. And you can see he's got someone who likes him, he's not even seeing it. You can see by the picture. But there are no cup cards in this reading, which is not surprising me from what I've been picking up recently. Cup cards are like the hearts in an ordinary deck of cards. They are the love cards. And this reading hasn't got any, except one secret admirer. So the love situation is not what I would want if it were my reading or someone close to me. So there doesn't seem to be the love in this reading that I would like to see for him, which is a shame, because he certainly doesn't deserve what I'm picking up, and what I'm picking up isn't all that good. So he may have to see a GP, what we call them doctor GPs in this country. In America, he may have to see a medical person of some kind, somebody in a caring profession. He's got a man that helps him, or is going to help him, who is solid, dependable, someone that travels a lot. Of course, people in his cycle, in his circle, will travel a lot. But there he is, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. Often Pentacles are linked to money. There would be the diamonds in a deck of cards. And this man is solid, reliable, dependable. If he says he'll be there, he will be there. And he will be there for Harry. And Harry is going to need him. Now, I've got to say, sometimes it can be a woman. It's not always right, sexual gender stuff in readings, but I think it's a man. I think Harry's going to need him, a shoulder to lean on. He's surrounded by thousands of people, but I think that Prince Harry, is lonely. And you can be in a room full of people and be lonely. So his work's good, but I think he's sinking himself into the work. You may notice I'm not mentioning children, and that's deliberate. I'm leaving them out of this. I don't want to get involved in all the arguments going on over the children. So they're not going to be mentioned if I can help it. But he's got a dodgy woman around him, possibly two. I don't see much love in the reading. And I think this man is going down, his moods are going down, and I think he's so lonely, and I don't pick up the happiness that I was in the previous readings, which is really disappointing. But I've got to tell you what I pick up, and I've been picking it up for days. So let's take a look now at Meghan and see what we get there. Just shuffle these a little bit more away from the microphone, because some of you say it's a bit deafening. Don't forget to subscribe. Please share me with your friends. Click the like button. If you don't like the messages, don't dislike it. I'm only bringing the news, so it's not me, it's not my fault. So I'm sorry it's changing, but it is. And it's not changing for the better. Let's have a look at Meghan Markle. So we see 3, 6, and 9. We'll do 9 cards. This is a woman who is... Her reading, I have to say, looks a bit more positive than her husband's. But there is aggression around her, there is arguments around her, quarrels with a man, I've got to assume it's Harry. Quarrels, arguments, irritation is coming through. This girl is a bit psychic, but she probably poo-poos it. She is forever juggling with money and finance. A lot of you won't be surprised to know that, I know, but she's thinking and scheming and planning about finance and money. You may not blame her, but she is. She has a tendency to do things the hard way. She is shown to be different to what I've been picking up in previous readings. This lady, I think, is changing, or my messages are changing, because she doesn't seem as positive or as lovey-dovey as she was. And you can see again, there are only 2 cup cards in this reading. There's one here, which is about spirituality and psychic stuff. And then there's one here, you may notice a pair, it's a couple, 2 cards, 2 lovers with heart, well they're cups but they're hearts in an ordinary deck. Now that can mean that she's getting closer to a man who started off as a friend. So there could be somebody who wants Meghan as more than just a friend. She has a lady she confides in here. She is the Queen of Wands. And it's not Her Majesty the Queen, that's nothing to do with it. The Queen of Wands is often a lady who is solid, maybe a single parent, maybe someone who you can trust with your secrets, because when you're in this position that any royal couple are in, you've got to be careful who you trust and who you tell secrets to. But I'll pick them up anyway. So this woman has some good fortune coming. She's got some travel coming. Take it from me, Meghan Markle will be travelling within 12 weeks, 14 at the most, overseas as well. She feels rich, she feels contented, but that doesn't apply to Harry. This reading, to me, yet again, has no love in it, which is very unusual, very sad. You usually get some love card. This is a love card, but it's more about spirituality. The 7 of Cups is about psychic stuff and that kind of thing. But there's a man around her who, it can be moody, aggressive. There's another man around her who quite fancies her. He's the sort of bloke that knows what to get, what he wants and how to get it. But to me, this reading, I think her thoughts are a lot about cash, finance, money, a lot of the time, which I haven't really picked up in other readings. So I think things are changing. Circumstances are changing for the pair of them. But there's not much love in these readings, which is sad. I think Meghan Markle's heading for richness in the heart. What makes her feel rich wouldn't necessarily make you or I feel rich, but it does with her, and I think it's materialistic. She's heading for a period of good luck, good fortune, but there's something big coming, and I'll tell you at the end. So don't forget to stay with me and subscribe. Now I want to look at the pair of them together. This is often more revealing. We'll see. You never know what you're going to get. A quick little bit of shuffle again. Don't forget, if you want me at any time, it's davidcharlespsychic.com or David Charles Psychic Limited. If you want a reading, one of my team will read for you, and I've got well over 100 you can choose from that work for me, and they're the best. I only choose the best. So it's davidcharlespsychic.com. Please subscribe. click the like button, click the little bell icon and you'll be notified. Make some comments below because I really love hearing your comments, and I do answer them, almost every single one I get. Depends how many I get, of course, and click the like button. I hope you like it. And welcome to beautiful North Devon in the UK. Let's take a look at the pair of these together. Money, money, money. There's 4 pentacle cards, all money. That's weird. That's really unusual. Then you can, if you can see, if you're on your little iPhone or a little device, you may not be able to see, but yet again, there is one cup card. That's a heart card in the modern day, and that card shows 3 people celebrating. That can be parties, weddings, anniversaries, celebrations, but it's not necessarily love. That's the only cup card in this reading for a pair of them. That is not a coincidence. You saw me shuffle these cards. That tells me that the love is dying or fading, if there ever was any, and I'm sure there was. But there's no love in this reading, and that's quite sad, and things are changing. They're working hard, they're celebrating hard, they're partying hard. They're both travelling soon, both of them, not just one. And I think that they're sitting now, although all this crazy stuff's going on all around them, they feel that things are not happening quick enough. And I think Harry feels trapped by the situations around him. I think Harry feels manipulated, and I think that he is being to a certain extent. And a lot of this is about money, money coming in, big lump sums of money there. These are the diamonds. The 10 pentacles are the diamonds in an ordinary deck of cards. Diamonds means cash, money, that sort of thing. So it's all about money for most of them, and which is a shame, but there you go. You can be rich as a king and still be lonely. To me, it doesn't look brilliant, and it looks brilliant in some ways, but not in a romantic way, which is what I'm picking up. They're going from one extreme to another at the moment. Nothing's happening quickly enough, and very soon it will be the opposite, because things are going to take off, and they may feel, and you heard it here first, David Charles Psychic, UK's top psychic and most modest. They may feel soon that the rug is being pulled from under their feet. So let's wait and find out. I just want to do a couple of oracle cards before I let you go. And then I'll tell you the big reveal that only I have picked up. As far as I know, no psychic in the world has picked up what I'm going to tell you in a few minutes. Just take a look at the couple of oracle cards. Only 2. The first one. Let's have a look. No, get the old glasses on. This is an earth card. You can see there, it looks like a field full of sunflowers. So I often say maybe France or somewhere like that. Heal the critic in your mind and your body will grow stronger every day. So it means to me they're criticising things, and you can't really blame them because they do put up with a lot of rubbish, really. But if I was talking to them individually, I'd say stop criticising yourself, stop believing all the negatives you read, because I think Harry's beginning to listen to the press and the news, and it's full of all this rubbish, and I think he's starting to believe it. And if he could stop that, he will become a stronger person. At the moment, he's being used, I think. This is an earth card, a tree, a golden tree in a golden field, or rusty red, isn't it? This one says, see your circumstances as a blessing because they offer a chance to grow. So, interesting reading. A lot of it's exactly as it has been, but there's one big difference. And I think the love, well, you've seen it. I showed you. They've been shuffled. The love's not there. And I'll tell you what I believe, what my big secret is, that I've been told by my spirit guides, and they don't get it wrong usually. And I predict today, you heard it here first, David Charles Psychic, this couple, within 12 months, will be living separate lives. It may be a trial separation, but you heard it here first. I believe that this couple will be living separate lives within 12 months, probably a lot sooner. Comment below. I want to hear your comments. Don't put anything naughty down there, and I'll try and answer every single one of them. Thank you so much for staying with me. Please subscribe, davidcharlespsychic.com. If you want a reading with my team, that's my website. Click the like button, but most of all, share me with your friends on social media, because they might want to hear this, because no one else knows this secret. It's only me and you that know this now. And make some comments. Remember, wherever you are in this beautiful world, think lucky, and you'll be lucky. Think love, and you will be loved. And I love every single one of you. Stay cool. Catch you later. Bye-bye.